The big question that people have asked lately, they want to know about the banjos that I play and how these are set up. So we'll spend a couple minutes. I've only got 2 banjos right now. I used to have, I think at one time I had about 8, but I've only got the 2 right now. We'll talk about these for a minute. Clunk. This was the first banjo, the first real banjo that I ever got. It's an 1888 patented Luscomb standard model. It's a solid metal rim it actually has a wooden tone ring inside. I don't know if I can get up detail, y'all can see that. With some kind of hardwood tone ring inside that actually touches the string. It actually touches the hide, I mean. That's the little tag in there and the pegs. My luthier that I used to go to all the time is a guy in Asheville named Jack Dillon, D-I-L-L-E-N. And if you're in the Asheville area and you need a good luthier, Jack Dillon is who fixed all these up for me. I spent my whole life playing on this banjo and it was not set up right and stuff. So, this is my 1888 Luscomb. I've got all the original tuners. This is all original on this, as far as I know. And I finally figured out, I played this with steel strings forever, and I finally put nylon strings on it, and it sounded so much better with nylon. So I think this is probably the earlier banjo I have probably is from 1890 or something, when they were still using gut more than wire. And I guess the way that this is cut up here, this nut, it was cut wider for gut. So the wire was like always rattling around in there. Anyhow, when I put these nylon and gut strings in there, it works a lot better. This is what I've been using for my first couple instructional videos, trying to teach y'all how to do some morphine. Set up, you know. Well, let's talk about the other banjo first, because the setup is basically the same on either banjo. We'll discuss that maybe in part 2. Let's look at the other banjos. This is my 1888 Luscomb. I'll show this is real nice. I always like to look at that metal tag in there, and it's also got the stamp on the side, which I guess y'all can't see. But this is a nice banjo. I've had this since I was a teenager, maybe 15, 16 years old. I actually, excuse me y'all, I actually bought that banjo off eBay for $215, I think. That's a fine banjo. So this other banjo, this is the one that I mostly play the most. It's a Weymann. And I figure 1910 is what we think it was made. It's nice. It's like, I think it's sort of just a standard model Weymann. You see it's got that unusual tension brace on the back. We can talk about that. It took me a while to figure out how that works, but basically when you loosen the screw and that pulls this bar back and that keeps tension on your neck angle. So your neck stays angled, but this is about a 1910 Weymann 5-string banjo. I bought this from George Gibson. If anybody knows George well enough, you know he's a big instrument collector and seller. He collects them and he'll sell them to you. So he sold me this banjo when I got out of the Army. I bought this for myself because I just figured I needed me a real banjo, you know. It's got some numbers stamped in there, I don't know. And the shoulder strap that I use on this, guys, is just a couple little leather knapsack straps, like from old Army surplus, like German knapsack straps that I sewed together so that I could buckle it in a couple different places. Nice skinny strap. And I don't usually like use the strap, but it's just good if you're gonna perform. And what I do is I've just got it knotted with some deer hide here, and I do a figure-8 knot under the hook and just let it go in there. And I got another figure-8 knot down here under this hook. It's probably best if you've got enough leather to cradle the whole bottom of your banjo head. This is my real nice one that I like the best. I mean, I love them both, but this is louder. That's my 2 banjos. This is a good, we're right at about 7 minutes, so I'm going to make this our part 1. And I'll come back and I'm going to answer some more questions later on today for you guys. It's been a real pleasure. I'm real sorry that live stream didn't work out, but you know, coding and stuff is not my strong suit, and I don't like using Windows. I like Linux. So we're just working on it, guys, and I think this will be good content for y'all anyhow. So I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded, and hopefully y'all will still bear with me, and I'll see you again later on, maybe today, something like that. But I'll see y'all soon. Thanks for watching.